Hi, Dan from Gear Diary. The other day, my Samsung Galaxy S5 arrived, and I'm, as a longtime iOS user, I'm shocked at how much I like this phone and how much I'm enjoying it. I'm especially liking the ability to use it with the Gear 2 Neo that I purchased. It's a really powerful combination. And I got to wondering about the size, because when screen sizes started getting larger and larger, I was one of the more vocal critics of it. I thought it was just kind of ridiculous. And yet I'm finding that I really like the size of this device, which makes me hope that Apple will be coming out with an iPhone that is larger, as all the rumors seem to report. And I just thought we would take a quick look at the difference in sizes between some devices. So this is the Samsung Galaxy S5. This is an iPhone 5. Actually, it's a dummy iPhone 5. And as you can see, there is a significant difference in size between the devices. And it actually translates to a huge difference in screen size. And what I'm finding is that it is much easier to read on the S5 than it is on my iPhone 5S. Now, the biggest question that I had was how this device compares with the Samsung Galaxy Note 3. And Wayne was kind enough to send down his Note 3. So here are the two devices side by side. And what you can see is that the difference isn't huge, but it is enough that you do get a vastly larger screen, an impactfully larger screen with the Note 3. It's not a huge difference that makes you go, oh, wow, that's such a bigger device. But you do get a different experience, and it is much more akin to using a small tablet than it is to using a large phone. That is the Note 3. Whereas the S5 strikes me as being a large phone more than being a small tablet. Now, the big difference, obviously, is that the Note 3 has the S Pen. So if you want to use the S Pen a lot and you find using a pen really an important part of your mobile computing, obviously the Note 3 is going to be the way to go for you, because you do not have that option with the S5. But if you don't use the S Pen a lot, I asked Wayne if he uses it, and he said almost never. If you don't use it a lot, I actually don't see much of a reason to get the Note 3 over the S5, especially since, having used both of them now simultaneously, I find that I'm able to do one-handed work with the S5 far more readily than I can with the Note 3. The Note 3 is just a little bit too big for one-handed use, and while you can reduce the screen for one-handed use, it's a bit annoying. It's not easy to trigger all the time, whereas I don't need to trigger that smaller screen one-handed use with the S5 nearly as often. There is one other device I want to compare this to, and that is the Samsung Galaxy Note 8. So if you need the S Pen and you want something even larger, that's the Galaxy Note 8.0 tablet versus the Galaxy Note 3. And here are the devices, one on top of the other. So one last bit of comparison is really about the thickness. They're about the same thickness, really nothing substantial to note there. The Note 3 has a much squarer look and feel. The Samsung Galaxy S5 is more curved. The Note 3 has this faux leather. The Samsung Galaxy S5 has this textured back. Both have removable backs. There's a fingerprint reader here. There isn't one here. The speaker for the S5 is here. The speaker for the Note 3 is down here. Both of them are excellent and compelling devices. Again, my sense is that if you're looking for a large smartphone, the S5 is your choice. If you're looking for a small tablet, the Note 3 is your choice. Either way, I don't think you can go wrong. They're both powerful mobile devices. And Android has really caught up in so many different ways to iOS, and to my mind has surpassed it. We're going to actually be looking at a few of the ways that I think Android has surpassed iOS in some posts over on Gear Diary. This is Dan from Gear Diary. Thanks very much for watching.